What's up, guys? Today we're acting to three scary, true Chuck E. Cheese stories, and they mean true. You stop it. Okay, including animation. Yeah, I bet that's true. So basically, the three scary stories, three scary, true Chuck E. Cheese stories. They're true, guys. So yeah, we're just gonna react to them. Let's go. They're probably fake stories, so don't get scared. Is it the Pop Goes the Weasel thing?
Remember Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah,
That
who
old
doesn't?
arcade with the singing animatronics? Of course you do.
Well, duh.
I just
What?
found out they
Why
were
are his eyes
bankrupt
like that? Ew.
recently. It
You
made me
did?
think back to my horrible experience there as a very little kid.
How do you remember that if you're young and you sound old? Whatever.
I was no older than 8 or 9.
Then considering how like I'm not trying to call this guy old, but considering how like deep your voice is, it's surprising that you remember this because you're 8 or 9. Wow, these are probably fake stories. Let's
It
just
was
see.
like my third and last time ever at a Chuck E.
Third?
Cheese. This specific location closed down years ago, but it used to be basically down the street from our old house. My mom took my little brother and she let us
I
roam
would
free and do our own thing.
I would have loved having like a Chuck E. Cheese down my house street. Oh hey, play the toys machine, yay!
Play the games while
Okay.
she sat at one of the tables reading like most of the other parents.
Mhm.
I was playing this clown game where you had to shoot the clown's teeth out with this little cannonball shooter.
I remember that. I know.
I was
Wait,
playing
what?
the games
No,
that
I
would get
don't.
me the most tickets for the prizes. I finished the game again, and the tickets shot out from the ticket slot.
Yay!
That's when I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned and jumped in my seat. I was greeted with a giant Chuck E. Cheese mascot in my face. He held out his hand for a high five, and naturally I gave him his high five with a smile. He then pointed at the tickets and gave me a thumbs up.
What?
I think I just continued laughing and smiling and said, yeah. Then he pointed at the tickets once more and motioned for me to follow him. So I ripped the tickets from the slot and followed the giant mascot.
Stop. No,
As
stop.
we walked across the main floor, a couple other kids around like 6 came up to him saying, "Hey Chucky," and he gave them both high fives. I kept following him, wondering if he'd tell the other kids to follow, but he didn't. He would turn back every few seconds to make sure I was still following.
Weird.
Finally,
Don't
we
follow.
made it across the main
Don't follow strangers, even like a Chuck E. Cheese mascot. Just don't. If he's being acting that weird, just don't follow him. That's like a parent like to come with you. Like, no, just no. These are probably fake. I don't really think. I'm pretty sure people are saying 5 kids went missing at Chuck E. Cheese, but I'm not sure about that. That could be fake or true. I forgot. Whatever. That was a while ago.
floor by the stage towards this back area,
Mhm.
where he waved me to follow him through this employees only door.
Oh no.
From what I remember about how I was feeling, let's just say a combination of weird and excited.
What?
We entered this narrow hallway, and I felt kind of special for being allowed access back here.
What
Keep
the?
in mind, I had the mind and maturity of a very young child.
Oh gosh. No,
The
no.
mascot led me to this back room where he
Where's the
motioned
back
for
room?
me to enter first.
Hmm.
So I did. It was this small changing room type of room.
No.
It had a few lockers on one wall and one long bench extending half the length of the room.
Half
That
one.
was it. He entered the room and shut the door behind us,
What the?
and I noticed he locked it. That's when I became confused and afraid. I thought he was taking me to get a bunch of free tickets. What could he possibly do in this empty room with me?
Well, if this is true, that is a good point. That like you're 9 or 8, you would follow that person. I would just follow Chucky. Like, no, I wouldn't follow Chucky because he has a knife. But Chuck E. Cheese, yeah, I would follow him. But whatever. Let's see.
He approached me, put his furry mascot hand on my shoulder,
Uh.
and then started rubbing from my shoulder to my arm. Then he seemed as though he tried to reach lower with both of his hands, and I pushed him off and yelled, "Stop." That's when the person in the suit lifted the mask off his head,
Oh my
revealing
gosh.
some sweaty, middle-aged man underneath.
Oh my
He
gosh.
started to remove the rest of the costume from himself as he told me to be quiet.
Oh my
I
gosh.
sat there watching, shaking, and plotting my way for the door. I thought he was distracted enough by the suit. I tried to run past him for the door. He grabbed me and told me
No.
to stop. He offered me all the free tickets I wanted if I just behaved. I started to yell and pound on the door. He tried to cover my mouth, but
I don't want.
I think he gave up when he realized it wasn't worth the risk for him.
Oh my gosh.
I unlocked the door and ran back down the hall in tears.
Oh my gosh.
I ran back to my mom, yelling at her about what just happened.
Oh my gosh.
She was distraught. I went right to the front desk. The girl at the front desk seemed to be in a panic as well, and I think she called for her supervisor. Pretty soon, all the music was stopped, and the place was put into a lockdown of sorts.
Oh
where all the
gosh.
kids were to go to their parents. A bunch of workers ran to the back section.
I'm not sure if these are like real or not. I'm not trusting that it's real because that just sounds. I don't know why, but I'm just not trusting it.
And eventually, police showed up outside. I had to give my whole story to a crowd of like 6 people, and I was extremely nervous. The man in the Chucky suit was some
Chucky?
random creep who
Oh
snuck
my
into the back
gosh.
section of the building to dress in one of the suits and apparently lure children to the back. Realizing and looking back at that now as a grown adult is disturbing and disgusting.
Yes, it
And I
is.
was the victim of a predator.
Who wants that thing anywhere near you?
I never found out if that monster was caught.
Oh my god. I know there's gonna be an ad, guys. No.
A lion! Ah, yes, the king of the jungle.
King of the Jungle,
Hey,
guys.
Red Bull.
Red Bull. Story 2. We're listening to Story 2. Let's go.
I used to work for Chuck E. Cheese very briefly.
Oh yeah, you used to work for it, but when you were a little child, that happened. Wow. Yeah, these are fake, guys. These are fake, obviously. How? Why would he? That's so. Yeah, these are fake. Without a doubt, they're fake.
When I was 21 years old. I was one of the janitors / maintenance workers. I know, not very awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
I was broke as hell and needed money.
Okay.
All my job really entailed was cleaning tables and keeping the play areas generally clean.
Well, yeah.
Sounds easy, but there was never
Yeah.
really a time to just sit and take a breath. There was
Oh.
always something to clean or take care of. I would also be in charge of turning on and off the animatronics, opening the stage curtains,
Oh, God.
fixing busted arcade machines, and things
No.
of that nature. My shifts would always be later, from like 4
And
to
this is all Chuck E. Cheese. I just find it weird that like he's in that thing. I don't like this one. I don't like it. No, it's just not fair.
10 p.m. My
You're not-
location closed at 8 on weekdays and 9 on weekends.
Yeah, you can go
I
home
would
early.
stay an hour, sometimes 2 hours after. To get
2 hour. I was surprised on 1 hour. Who wants to be a Chuck E. Cheese?
the place in top shape, ready for
Yeah, I saw my birthdays at Chuck E. Cheese, but nowadays I'm like, I don't want to go to this place. No matter if all the stories are fake, I just find that weird animatronic weird.
the next day.
Okay.
So this one night, I was working past close like I usually did.
Mhm.
Everyone had already left the building, including the other workers. So I was the last one in the building.
No.
I was dragging my cleaning cart around the arcade area. I had
And
already
if you guys don't know already, this is obviously fake. Why would I'm confused. If this is real, why would he work at Chuck E. Cheese after what happened to him when he was like 9 or 8? Like, really? I don't believe that he's worked or even that happened. I just don't believe it. Anyways,
turned off all the game machines.
Mhm.
I was by that space-themed arcade machine where you had to press the button at the right moment to stop the light on the jackpot bulb.
I think I remember
As I
that.
was passing by this machine, the space-themed music suddenly emits from the machine at a very loud volume, and all the lights start flashing again. I felt like my heart was in my throat. That's how much it startled me.
Oh
I
gosh.
fiddled with my keys to access the control port of the machine.
We're just gonna pretend that this is real, guys, because I don't want this to just be fake. I mean, yeah, it's real, guys. Yeah, it's real. It isn't. Just watch it. I'm gonna shut up.
To turn it off again. I'd never seen anything like that happen before. It suddenly just freaked me out. Only because I was all alone in that big building pretty late at night.
Yeah, I would be
The
too.
weirdness didn't stop there, though. By this point in the night, I had already shut down the animatronics
Yeah, no, yeah, the weirdness didn't end there, because then I had a sudden shock, and I remembered the thing that happened to me when I was 8 or 9.
on the stage.
Mm.
So when I heard Chucky's pre-recorded laugh break
No.
the silence of the room,
No, stop.
my heart
Gosh.
started pounding again. The laugh was
And Chuck E. Cheese is Chucky, guys. I figured it out. I figured it out. I figured it out. Gosh.
short and cut off. It almost sounded glitchy.
Uh,
I ditched my cleaning cart to go backstage and check on the animatronics. And
no.
I could see they were in their idle modes now, meaning they would move their limbs and heads around every so often.
No. Just no. Just honestly, no.
I would have to go to the control room to turn them off. But this was the second strange thing to happen that night.
What second?
I started getting paranoid that someone else was in the building with me, but that thought was interrupted when I noticed that the Chucky animatronic was facing me, and its
No.
head angled down perfectly to look as though it was looking at me.
No.
It was bizarre.
Gosh, that's
Bizarre that I
creepy.
was finding it that disturbing. I'm not crazy, but for my own peace of mind, with my
No.
eyes on the Chucky animatronic,
Stop.
I
Stop.
walked past it,
Stop.
closer to the control room. I waited there for a few seconds, and then the animatronic spun 90 degrees to face me once
Oh
more.
gosh, stop.
Perfectly.
Stop.
I swear
No.
it was once again looking right at me,
It
and then
was?
the laughter emitted once again from the animatronic, but in a creepy,
Oh my gosh.
glitchy, cut-off manner.
That was a
This
glitchy
time
one.
much louder, obviously because I was right next to it.
Oh my gosh.
I ran to the control room to hit the switch to turn everything off on the stage once more. I
But it
left
was
the
off.
control room, and the Chucky animatronic was still facing the direction it was moments before. I left the stage through the
Gosh.
curtain and just felt uneasy.
Also, guys, if you didn't know, on Chuck E. Cheese. Well, first let's get the names off my screen.
I was
If you don't know about Chuck E. Cheese, the animatronics, the people like to control the animatronics. It's not like like the animatronics that just like they don't like control themselves. If you get what I mean, like the people control them in the control room while this show's going on. I can imagine how hard that would be, but whatever.
starting to think maybe it was all just getting to my head.
Oh gosh.
That's when I heard the horrible laugh again come from the stage behind the curtains.
Stop. No, I don't. I don't like
that
that.
was the last straw. I took my card, clocked out, and left. I texted my boss the next day that I had to leave early because I was feeling extremely sick. He said it wasn't a problem, but he never mentioned anything about the animatronics being left on. And when I asked him if the animatronics had some kind of motion detecting feature to look at people, he said no, they didn't.
I thought they did. A lot of people say they did. I thought a lot of people say they did. Never mind.
I'm not the most superstitious guy. I firmly believe I wasn't the only presence in that building that night. And I don't mean there was another person in
No,
there.
stop. 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 His name's Mr. Nightmare also. Subscribe to him. Oh gosh. Get that out.
This
I
is
had
a story from my childhood that I don't like to look back on too much.
another story. Really, how convenient that there's like 3 horrible things. Yeah, these are fake, guys. If you believe that these are real, you need a doctor. There's no way you believe. Do you really believe that this is real? If you do, it's not.
I was 13. My mom brought my 2 little sisters and I to Chuck E. Cheese one evening.
You're
My
13.
sisters are 4 and 6 years younger than me, so it was more for them. And my mom just wanted me to come along.
Okay.
My mom was playing games with my sisters, so I went to do my own thing. It was my only time ever at Chuck E. Cheese, so I was trying to
Yeah, guys, these are fake. Obviously, he said this was his only time. This was his first time at Chuck E. Cheese when he was 8 or 9. He was at Chuck E. Cheese though. This doesn't make any sense. Like, bruh. Okay, this is obviously fake. If you still believe that this is true, there's obviously something wrong with you.
play every game at least once.
Mm.
Eventually, a worker in a red polo shirt came up to me.
Mhm.
He was in his lower to mid-20s, I'd say. He
Okay.
didn't seem that old. He asked me if I wanted some more tokens. I said, yeah, sure.
Okay.
He told me to follow him.
It's gonna be one of this is gonna be like a duplicate of the first story. I'm betting. I think it's gonna
He
be
led me
that.
through this sketchy back door, which led
Oh yeah, sketchy back door. That sounds familiar.
to a back exit. I asked him where he was leading me.
Oh, in the back
He
exit.
said to his truck. He told me not to tell anyone, but that he had access to all the tokens he wanted and just kept piles of them in his car.
Liar.
I stopped
Who does that with Chuck E. Cheese tokens? If you even work there, who would keep piles of it? I would not want anything related to Chuck E. Cheese if I worked at Chuck E. Cheese near me.
following when I realized he was leading me to his car. I
Why?
told him my mom would be mad. He tried to push that I follow him a little more, but gave up. Before I walked back inside, he asked for my AIM username, and I gave it to him. I was excited for new friends on AIM. For
Oh.
those of you who don't know, AIM was
Same.
an instant messenger that was all the rage before smartphones and texting really became
Mhm.
a thing. I don't remember his username. All I know it was something with his name in it, which was Ben. I would sign on to AIM every single night, including that night after Chuck E. Cheese.
Mhm.
I signed in, and I had a few friends online.
Okay.
Next thing I knew, I got a message from Ben. So I added him
What
to
was
my
it?
buddy list.
What was his message?
He said, "Hey, it's Ben from earlier."
Mhm.
I replied, "What's up?" and we started chatting.
Okay.
He chatted with me as if we were good friends already. I asked him how he was able to get all the tokens he wanted, and he said it's easy when you work there.
Oh,
He told me he was going to come to my house that night with a bunch of tokens.
really? No. 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 Stop.
I told him, no, it's okay.
Well, the.
And he told me, no, it's fine. You live
Mhm.
really close to me anyway.
Stop.
I replied, how do you know where I live?
That do be true though. Use your brain, Giles. Use your brain. He's using his brain. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
And he said he followed my mom's van on our way home.
That's a little creepy, isn't it?
I blocked his account
Gosh.
immediately. I was beyond scared. I told my friends about it on AIM. And some of them said I should tell my parents or call the police.
You should.
But I waited.
If I were him, I would tell my parents, ask them to maybe to call, and then if they don't believe you, just call the police or something. I don't know.
Maybe he was bluffing.
My gosh.
But
I don't think
no,
he's
he
bluffing.
wasn't. I
No.
heard a truck pull up outside through my open window.
Stop.
I
Stop.
looked out the window and saw the black truck that Ben guy was leading me towards
No.
earlier. I saw him get out from the truck, and I know
No.
he spotted me because he started walking over to my window. I pulled the window in and locked it, and then shut the blind.
Gosh.
By that point, he was already halfway to my window,
stop.
and he was waving his arms at me.
Stop.
I ran to my mom to tell her. She didn't find it funny, thinking I was
Yeah.
kidding at first.
I'll just call the police.
I
Gosh.
convinced her after she looked out the window and saw the black truck begin to speed down the road. My mom wanted me to show her the AIM conversation, but I couldn't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
deleted him off my buddy list and blocked him.
Do no.
My parents called the police, of course, but that was just for peace of mind. They couldn't do anything
Wait, is that
besides
the dog? What is that? Is that the purple thing? I think that's either the purple thing or the dog. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the story.
make a report.
Mm.
The next day, my mom called the Chuck E.
Oh no,
Cheese
that's the dog. That must be the purple thing. I'm sorry. I just called Mudge. I'm gonna stop talking. Sorry.
and asked about a Ben.
Gosh.
They said they had no Bens who worked there.
No.
There were also no employees matching that guy's description.
Oh my gosh.
The Chuck E. Cheese eventually handed the CCTV footage from the day before to the police department for an investigation,
No.
which turned up no results. My family never went to a Chuck E. Cheese ever again.
Okay.
This
This was scary stories. These were probably fake. I added a couple, like 5 minutes to it because I kept pausing it. Yeah. So yeah, guys. Thank you. Subscribe, like, hit that bell icon, and yeah, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.